All right, welcome back. We will do our power rankings and then dive into the red flags that hopefully will fly if we figure these things out. Joe Lenuski, the Pennsylvania Sports Network, Logan Episcopo alongside Erie Sports Now. All right, Joe, we'll lay it out there. We'll just throw the rankings out there, and then we got some good topics to dive into.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy. The Eagles are number one, right?
Yeah.
You know, their defense now has proven that. I think the Eagles case was made by Baltimore yesterday. That, you know, the Eagles defense takes them to number one. The Bills are number two. I'm not as confident in their defense. I think I'm going to change. I'm going to go Minnesota at 3, Kansas City at 4. Kansas City cannot be in a nail-biter every week. At some point, they have to beat the brakes off of somebody to convince me that they're like
Cinderella slipping maybe at midnight.
And obviously, with all the injuries, no fault to the Lions, I have them at 5.
Logan?
Yeah, I think we all have the same teams, different orders. I'm going to agree Eagles at 1. They've won their last 10 games, and the defense just looks incredible on top. The offense showed they can't pass the football, so they have it there. Number 2, I'm probably going to stick with the Bills as well. The defense is definitely a concern after giving up 80-plus across 2 games. Number 3, I hate to do it, but I think I got to keep Kansas City up there still. I know it's a nail-biter every week. They're scraping by, but they're continuing to win the game, so I think you have to put some respect there. Number 4, I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. The injuries, I think, to this point are just slowly making them fall down the power rankings. And then number 5, I'll have Minnesota there because who knows if Sam Darnold will turn back into Jet Sam Darnold just when the games matter most.
I'll stick 1, 2 the same. I'm going to go 3 Detroit. I think good news in the fact that David Montgomery is going to come back. If they can get just a couple of those pieces back on the defensive side, I think they're going to be still a dangerous team. I still think it's the Eagles' conference to win. And then 4, I'll go with the Chiefs. Boy, I just think there's a glass slipper that's going to drop here with the Chiefs in the playoffs. And then 5, I'll go with Minnesota. All right, Joe, we were talking just before this segment. One of the topics we wanted to talk about, 3 games in 11 days. The NFL, once again, proving that it is not about player safety.
Well, and I hope the product suffers. I really do. Because, you know, you look at the conundrum that the NBA is in with these guys taking days off. The ratings are dropping because the product stinks. Well, you put anybody out, you put any NFL team in that window, you're going to lose your stars. Joey Porter's not going to play, most likely. You know, Pickens, who knows with him. But at some point, when you play 3 NFL games in 11 days, the product has to suffer. To me, the easy fix would have been, the NFL is so greedy. Leave the NBA alone on Christmas Day. Why not have a doubleheader Thursday night football? You know, you have your own window at 4 o'clock. Make your own window. Most people are going to have that day off. You know, I don't know what the Friday, but you could theoretically have played Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I really hope that Netflix buffers itself to death. That would be even better.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's nothing but business moves. They go all their way. You know, players can wear guardian caps now, you know, upping the penalties to make it safer for quarterbacks and everything. How can you really say you care about player safety when you're making, you know, certain teams play 3 games across an 11-day stretch?
I mean, this is the league that fined Jalen Hurts $5,600 for mismatching shoes.
Yeah.
Right? Like
two different greens.
Gotcha.
Again,
Perfect.
What are we learning? What are we learning? Like usually you want to learn something from victories or losses. What are we learning from 3 games in 11 days other than these teams are decimated and you're not going to see the stars play? If that's a Christmas gift, your kid's going to see backup tackles on the Chiefs. You're going to see the 4th, 5th, and 6th corners for the Steelers.
And fingers crossed, Taylor Swift sings at halftime. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I get it. And the notion that it won't be Wednesday next year. I understand that. But
we couldn't have waited.
Like I don't like the Christmas takeover. There's 5 NBA games. Like I wish they would play nice with one another. Not that it's anybody's concern what the other does. But I am a bit of a traditionalist, and NFL football on Christmas Day on the every 7 years. It's I guess 8 years sometimes. It's on Sunday. I'm okay with. But a Wednesday midweek NFL game, no thanks.
That would kind of be like, you know, with college football playoffs going on. You know, New Year's Eve is kind of like that staple. You're having your college football game. If the NFL is just like, you know what, random Tuesday this year, we're going to throw an NFL game on to screw over the college football playoffs.
It's a tough recovery.